Mark adjusted his headset, the crimson live light casting a rhythmic flicker against his soundproofed studio wall. With millions of viewers tuned in, the chat scrolling at a frantic pace, he felt invincible. "All right, guys, let's see what this anonymous fan sent us," he told the microphone, his voice dripping with casual confidence. He clicked the attachment.
Mark chuckled, leaning back in his ergonomic chair. "Look at these low-budget textures," he mocked.
His fingers beginning their practiced dance across the mechanical keyboard. He had no idea this was the last game he would ever play. He navigated the digital protagonist through a labyrinth of abandoned, rotting rooms. The sound design was minimal, just the heavy thud of footsteps. Suddenly, Mark's fingers froze. On the monitor,
the character pushed open a final door and stepped into a room that was a perfect, pixelated mirror of his own studio. Every poster, every cable, and even the specific glow of his PC tower was replicated with haunting accuracy.
Mark laughed, though the sound was hollow. "Okay, very funny. Someone's been stalking my Instagram, huh?"
he said, pointing at the screen for his audience. He reached out for his coffee mug, but his hand grasped thin air. The mug on his real desk had moved. It now sat exactly where the digital mug rested on his screen. The atmosphere in the room curdled. On the monitor, every non-player character in the background suddenly halted their animations. In a synchronized, mechanical motion, they turned their pixelated faces toward the camera, locking eyes with Mark. A distorted, metallic voice began to bleed through his high-end speakers, vibrating in his chest. "Welcome back, Mark!" Terror finally broke through his bravado. He slammed his palm onto the exit button. The room should have gone dark. Instead, the monitor glowed brighter, the image of the studio burning into his retinas despite the lack of electricity. The nightmare was no longer contained by software. His peripheral vision caught the chat feed. It was a blur of warnings. "Mark, don't turn around. He is behind you." The words scrolled so fast they became a white haze. Then he heard it. Heavy, rhythmic footsteps thudded against the carpet directly behind his chair. He spun his seat around, muscles coiled for a fight. But the room was empty. The silence was deafening. He whipped back to the screen, and his heart stopped. His webcam feed, which should have shown his terrified face, now displayed his character. The digital avatar was standing in that grainy hallway, peering directly into the lens with an expression of predatory curiosity. The monitor slowly faded to a pitch-black void, taking the light of the room with it. The live stream continued for 3 long hours, broadcasting nothing but an empty, motionless gaming chair to a horrified world. As the feed finally cut to black, a single line of white text pulsed in the center of the dark screen. "Player 1 has entered the game." The studio remained silent, save for the low, eternal hum of a computer that simply refused to power down. Mark was gone, and the game had only just begun.